Okay, so in previous video we have gone through sections within the talent, basically your work environment. This all is your work environment. Now we'll go into little details about the components. Okay, what are components and why we use them and how they can help us in extracting, loading, and transforming data. Okay, so components are elements which you can use to connect to a database, or you can use to extract data, or you can connect to any particular softwares that Talent support. For example, I'll show you. Okay, one thing, all the components starts with T, and T is for talent and the component name. For example, I'll start T file. Let's see. Okay, so I have a lot of options here. Let's try T file delimited. Okay, let's try T. Okay, T file input delimited. Okay, one thing that we should learn. Okay, you can simply drag a component by selecting it from here and then putting it over here. Okay, you can enable disable a component by right clicking and selecting deactivating, and again right clicking, selecting activating. Similarly, you can copy it, you can delete it, and uh, you can do other things as well. So for now, just delete it. We have one. Okay, now this is a component. Okay, for each component there is an input and there is an output, right? So this is a component for CSV file like comma separated or any other delimiter separated file. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna see its properties. You can see its properties by double clicking it, and as I discussed in the first video, in the component section you will have all the things you can add it over here, like file path and name, your row separator, your column separator, and some other options. As discussed, uh, each file, okay, Talend takes each file as a, you can say, consider it as a structure. So for each structural file there should be a schema, and you can create a schema from here, or you can import a schema as well, which we will learn in the later videos. You can so to create a schema you can simply add do plus and add columns and so on. So we will discuss this in the next video, but this is to give you an overview of the components. Let's see some other component as well. Okay, so this was T file input delimited. For input we should always have an output as well. Let's see if we do. T file out. Let's see. Okay, let's see if I have for delimited file T file output. I'm simply dragging it, and let's see. Now it's very clear this input files reads the files, and this output files put it in takes the data from this file and put this in another file. But to do that you need to create a connection between them, and that's where this part comes. You simply right click and there's a row section. You simply select main. We'll discuss these two later, and there are two important rows and triggers, and each of them has their own importance. So let's see. Okay, so basically row has this main. What main means, you're moving it main means the data flow. You're moving data from here to here. You'll just connect it there. So this is one component, and this is now one section, and this is a job. So and it will help you to move data from this file to this file. but obviously we have not set up any, we haven't done any settings, which we'll be doing in a later video. And we'll simply move data from one file to another. Similarly, we have other components. We have a lot of components. We can see if we have T file Excel. Let's see T. Let's try Excel. See, we have T file Excel input, and similarly we will be having T file Excel output. Okay, T file out. I'm sorry about that. Let's see if we have it for Excel. Yes. So similarly, we have it for database. Let's try MySQL. MySQL. Okay, let's try T my T SQL. Sorry, T SQL. Okay, these are for SQLite. Let's try T MySQL. We have so T MySQL input, and we must be having a T MySQL output. See, for each component where there should be a to and fro of data, there will be one input and one output, and we will create these in our next video. Thank you for watching.